Somewhere beyond the tempestuous waves, the Black Moon City awaited, suspended in the void like a crown upon the heavens. Alchemy Emperor of the Divine Dao, 1693 to 1694, picks up amidst the rolling sea, where even the mightiest Genesis-tier cultivators sway under the ship's violent dance. Ling Han, seated beneath the Reincarnation Tree, drinks deeply of Heavenly Tribulation Fluid, weaving lightning into the very fiber of his being, while the Empress inches closer to a breakthrough that could rival his own. Meanwhile, Xiaochen, brazen and desperate, navigates his own treacherous path, chasing opportunity and risking ridicule to bridge the chasm between severances. The floating spires of Black Moon City shimmer ahead, promising untold power, wealth, and peril. But with every step into the city's orbit, unseen eyes and ancient hierarchies stir, waiting to test the worth of all who dare approach. What trials will the city unleash upon these travelers, and which of them will rise or fall in the shadow of meteoric ambition? The sea roared with unrelenting fury, waves slamming against the hull of the ship with the force of a wild beast. Each impact sent the vessel swaying violently, leaving even the most seasoned cultivators aboard. Mao Shuyu, Wei Bo, and the others, all masters of the Genesis tier, clinging to the deck as nausea threatened to overtake them. Only Ling Han and the Empress seemed untouched, their inner energies harmonizing with the vessel as if the storm were nothing more than a gentle breeze. Behind the sealed doors of the Black Tower, they could retreat from the chaos, impervious to the waves' assault. Among the passengers, Xiaochen endured a harsher reality. A man of notorious pride, he had been bested by Ling Han repeatedly, humiliated openly before the very eyes of his peers. What dignity remained for him? Yet thick-skinned as he was, ambition burned fiercer than shame. Black Moon City, a fabled two-star city. To many, the difference between one-star and two-star cities was but a single notch in the celestial hierarchy. But in the realm of cultivation, that one level could eclipse countless lifetimes. It was akin to the gulf between the celestial king tier and the ascending origin tier, a chasm that could determine whether one survived the immortal's tribulation or perished in obscurity. Xiaochen's thoughts were a tempest of desire. If he could capture the favor of a dividing soul-tier elite in Black Moon City, win the blessing to become a disciple or even a son-in-law, the possibilities were boundless. A fourth severance could be within his grasp, a gift of longevity spanning 10 billion years, and countless tribulations survived. Enduring scorn from his peers was a small price for such meteoric ascent. The ship carved through the waves with astonishing speed, nearly rivaling Ling Han's sprinting pace. Yet this vessel bore not only the heroes of Dark Moon City, but also precious cargo, trading along the route. At each port, treasures were unloaded and replenished, extending the journey to a laborious 2 months. Despite the vessel's swiftness, Ling Han, seated beneath the ancient Reincarnation Tree, delved into the esoteric laws of the universe. In the celestial realm, spiritual chi flowed like a dense river of pure energy, nourishing cultivators with a relentless vitality. But the blessing was only effective for those whose comprehension matched the intensity of the environment. Ling Han's understanding soared, and with the tree's aid, his ascent was nothing short of meteoric. In mere days, he had reached the apex of the Great Saint tier, teetering on the cusp of the Saint King tier. A few more accumulations of origin power, a few more insights into the grand design of the Tao, and he would surpass even the mightiest saint cultivators of rival sects. In his secluded study, Ling Han continued to refine the lightning element regulations, transmuting them into his mystical power. The Heavenly Tribulation Fluid fueled his progress, its essence potent and rare. He reserved portions for the Empress and the Reign Emperor, those whose innate talent could digest such power. To offer it to others less capable would only stifle their growth, a waste not worthy of his careful calculation. The brilliance of his extermination lightning grew ever more destructive, but Ling Han's mind had conceived a new marvel, the cracking light sphere. With this, he could hurl a sphere of lightning, controlling its eruption at will. The sphere's devastation was indiscriminate, consuming friend and foe alike if unleashed. Yet mastery required patience, drawing in lightning regulations to empower the sphere, lest it burst prematurely in a tempest of self-destruction. The Empress herself moved at a pace that rivaled Ling Han's, her cultivation inching towards the threshold of the Saint King tier. Perhaps she would break through slightly before him, but only by days, not weeks. 2 months of surging seas and ceaseless cultivation passed, and at last, Black Moon City appeared on the horizon. Ling Han, standing at the bow, felt awe seize him. The city floated majestically in the heavens, a constellation of colossal meteors orbiting a grand central star. Each meteor was a fortress of civilization, crowned with towering spires that gleamed like celestial swords. Below, a secondary city sprawled across the ground, vast yet humble in comparison to its celestial counterpart. Visitors first passed through this terrestrial gateway, registering and preparing for the perilous journey upwards, where entry without permission meant annihilation. The group secured lodgings within the secondary city, preparing to explore its wonders during the 10 days required for official entry into Black Moon City. Even here, among ordinary merchants, the offerings of culinary and leisure arts exceeded the standards of Dark Moon City. The most coveted delicacy, meat from immortal beasts, promised immense power and insight, yet its cost was ruinous. Ling Han, eyes gleaming at the thought of tasting such nourishment, recoiled at the exorbitant 20,000 star stones per plate. Even a first severance elder would toil 2 centuries for a single serving. As they stepped into the bustling streets, a crude voice sliced through the air. "Lift your veil, beauty. Let me behold you properly. I'll treat you to immortal beast meat." A youth, barely 20, leered shamelessly at the Empress. She glanced at him, a flick of her fingers dismissing him like an inconsequential wind. Her slender hand, delicate as grass kissed by spring rain, held an unspoken warning. The man, blinded by lust, reached to touch her, claiming mastery over the art of bones. With a single press of her palm, a surge of oppressive force erupted. The young man became a living projectile, smashing through walls and furniture before landing in a heap, unconscious and humiliated. Ling Han's lips curved into a slight smile. There was no need to pursue the matter further. Such a man could not possibly be a figure of true power in Black Moon City. Likely, he was merely a novice participant, swept along by the grand tournament looming in the city above. With the streets reclaimed and the threat dissolved, Ling Han and the Empress continued their exploration, stepping into the heart of Black Moon City's secondary enclave, where adventure and cultivation awaited in equal measure. The ocean roared with unrestrained fury, waves hammering against the hull of the ship as if the sea itself sought to swallow it whole. Every swell sent shudders through the vessel, and even cultivators of the Genesis tier, men and women of remarkable power like Mao Shuyu and Wei Bo, felt a wave of dizziness, their stomachs twisting as if the ocean's turbulence penetrated their very essence. Only Ling Han and the Empress remained serene, their steps unshaken. For once behind the sanctuary of the Black Tower, no external chaos could touch them. Yet among the travelers, one man bore the weight of humiliation and ambition alike. Ding Xiaochen. A life of reclusion had not softened him, it had only sharpened his audacity. Twice defeated by Ling Han, even publicly slighted, he had every reason to hide his face, yet he came forward boldly. This journey, after all, was a ladder to glory. Black Moon City, an imposing 2-star city, held the promise of fortune. One severance of difference between tiers might seem modest, but the gulf between the Celestial King and Ascending Origin tier was an abyss that could span 10 billion years of lifespan and countless immortal tribulations. Should he find a dividing soul tier master favoring him, becoming a disciple, or even a son-in-law, Ding Xiaochen's destiny could soar to the 4th severance with astonishing swiftness. Disdain from others was a small price to pay for such a chance. The ship surged forward like a galloping dragon across the waves, matching speeds that rivaled Ling Han's own swift flight. Yet it was laden with more than passengers. Vast cargoes were ferried from city to city, unloaded and loaded with precision. These pauses extended their journey, transforming a month-long sprint into a voyage of 2 months. Amid it all, Ling Han seated himself beneath the Reincarnation Tree, meditating upon the intricate tapestry of the regulations. In the celestial realm, spiritual energy thickened the air, accelerating the growth of any diligent cultivator. But without comprehension, such energy was wasted. The Reincarnation Tree, like a divine mentor, granted wings to Ling Han's soul, allowing him to ascend unrestrained. In mere days, he approached the zenith of the great Saint Tier, on the cusp of Saint King, poised to wield power that could rival any elite of his level across the sects. His practice was meticulous, blending the Heavenly Tribulation Fluid with the lightning element regulations, forging them into his own mystical power. Portions were reserved for the Empress and the Reign Emperor, whose natural talent warranted such an extraordinary gift. Others could not yet digest such power, their bodies unprepared, and giving them the elixir would be folly. Ling Han's mastery deepened, birthing the cracking light sphere, a sphere of lightning under his control, a weapon of fearsome, indiscriminate devastation, drawing energy from the ambient lightning, its destructive capacity limited only by the patience of its wielder. The Empress advanced even faster, her aura radiating supreme potential, yet even she brushed against the barrier of Saint King cultivation. Her breakthrough was imminent, but only slightly ahead of Ling Han's own. Days would pass, and the ship's long voyage carried them finally to their destination, Black Moon City. Ling Han stood upon the prow, eyes widening at the spectacle before him. The city floated in the heavens, a colossal star surrounded by orbiting meteor islands, each adorned with towering structures that defied imagination. Beneath, a secondary city sprawled across the ground, vast and bustling, yet dwarfed by the majesty above. Merchants and travelers first passed through this city, paying homage in starstones before ascending via sanctioned paths to the main city. To attempt entry by force would invite annihilation. Their first step into this realm was practical: lodging. Despite their status as representatives of Dark Moon City, protocol required reports and approvals for entry, a bureaucratic labyrinth that would take 10 days. While waiting, they wandered the city, marveling at its luxuries. Even in this secondary city, delicacies of the immortal beasts were served, a feast promising great boost to origin power and fragments of celestial understanding, yet priced in the tens of thousands of starstones. Ling Han's desire flared briefly, then dimmed. Patience and prudence outweighed indulgence. Yet the city's charms were not without peril. A young man in his 20s, eyes glinting with vulgar audacity, called out, lust and brazen confidence dripping from his voice. "Unveil your face, and I will treat you to immortal beast meat." The Empress's slender hand waved a dismissive gesture, soft as grass yet sharp as a blade. The would-be harasser reached out, boasting of mystical bone-sensing techniques, only to be met with the Empress's precise palm strike. A surge of hidden force flung him backward, crashing into walls, and finally collapsing in a limp heap. Defeated without a word, Ling Han's lips curved in a faint smile. "Let us continue our stroll elsewhere," he said, the incident trivial in his eyes. It was clear this young man was no true powerhouse of Black Moon City, merely a presumptuous youth caught in the wrong place at the wrong time, likely drawn here by the grand tournament that stirred the city's pulse. And so, the journey into this celestial metropolis began, each step laden with the promise of glory, danger, and the inexorable sweep of destiny.